In the last episode, we tried to cut in pieces our old keel to use and melt its lid for the new one. Unfortunately, the additive in it kept us from doing so, and we had to sell it. But then we found new lids and started this long work of melting and pouring it into the keel steel structure. On building a new keel for ORIYO process, we managed to pour the lid on about 1/3 of its height. Now the keel is closed on both sides and on the top, so we only have access from the upper part through these small spaces to fill in the last 2/3 of the lid. As we no longer need the I-beam on the ground for the bottom shape, and we do need to access easily to the top to pour the rest of the lid, we asked the guys in charge of the crane if they were able to move the keel in front of ORIYO. Today it's the 5th day and Valéry is currently finishing the middle part of the keel by melting the rest of the lid we have. So far we've done almost halfway because we have one ton and 900 kilos. So we are almost at the middle of the lid. And it's doing great. Today the weather is very nice. We are still in November, but in the south of France sometimes you have good surprises weather-wise. Before going any further in the pouring the lid process, we took the opportunity to make it wait. Just to get an idea of what we've done so far and keep tracks on our work to go.
Alors 3 tonnes 3.
So not that far from what we estimated.
The real good news of today is that we only have a mistake zone of 200 kilos and in the good way. So we have 3,300 kilos instead of 3,100 kilos. So that means that we will have to buy and melt less of 200 kilos less that we expected. So that's a good news because it's an economy of time and money. And that our keel is not too heavy because we were really afraid of that. So today, melting day. It's a bit cold, I have to say, but when we will melt it will be hotter. little mistake though. We were so happy to weigh the keel, and it was 3,300 kilos, that we forgot something very, very important. We estimated that we melt 3,100 kilos of lead, but we had to add the weight of the structure, and we know that the structure by itself it's 400 kilos. So we actually melt only 2,900 kilos because we have to add 400 kilos of the structure to the total weight this morning. So it's about 700 kilos left to melt instead of 5 estimated. Well, I know I have a lot of layers because I'm a bit cold and I did not get a good night's sleep, but it's not that cold today. And we have no winds and the sun is shining, so we are melting everything that we can, but it might not be over tonight. Anyway, okay, go for another day of melting. The melting process today is not as easy as it was the last time. Since we started in September, the weather was nicer, especially warmer. We had something between 25 and 30 degrees outside, but nowadays we are in November and it's more 15, 17 degrees, even in midday. So that led to a small issue. It's that the melting pot is not as warm as before and spend more time heating the lid to get it, well, to maintain it in liquid.
Doing the rear parts, we faced a new issue as the width is really narrow. So we had to pour with the ladle carefully, not to leave an empty space in the middle.
So we are finishing this 5th day of melting the lid of the keel. Bad night, actually. It was a very, very, very long day, but we've done some pretty good work. We're a bit tired, but we've done like more than 800 kilos of lid today, so this was a very, very good day. 9th day of melting the lid in the keel. Yeah, we can see almost the end of this step. We are taking a small break from the melting to see a beautiful moonrise.
finish for today.
So this 9th day is over now. It's moonlight and it's dark, but we've done not that bad. It's not completely over yet. Still a couple of I don't know, maybe 150 kilos to melt tomorrow. But as we have a very nice week with good weather, means sun and no wind, it won't be an issue to finish tomorrow. At night, as you can see, but we are relieved because the melting of the keel is finally over. Yeah, we just finished tonight, so 9 days, not complete 9 days, but it was long and it was kind of funny because it's not every day that you had the opportunity to melt some lead to create a new keel. So we are pretty much happy about what we've done so far. It's not over yet, of course. Now we'll have to close the top of the keel, then put it back under the boat and do some fiberglass and painting jobs. So it's not over yet, but it was probably the longest and harshest and more, I don't know, complicated things that we've ever done on a boat. Just a couple of numbers if you are interested at all. We've spent, just for the melting, we've spent 39.5 hours to melt 3 tons and 725 kilos of lead. This is something. The step for today is to close the top part of the keel. There are 5 holes that we used to melt the lead inside the keel, and now we have to close them up.
Before tying up the new keel under the hull, we need to close these upper spaces. The method for us to follow is to first draw the shapes of each holes on a piece of paper. Then we report these drawings on a spared steel plate from the keel structure we still have. Afterward, Valéry will cut the 5 little pieces of steel, and finally, we'll have them welded on their spots above the new keel. A new step is in front of us. We'll now have to protect our keel with coats of fiberglass, resin, and several layers of primer. Only with the current temperatures outside, we will be covering the keel and connecting 2 heaters to warm it up. We'll get into that in the following episode. Thanks to all of you for watching another step in the process to get ORIYO ready to be sailing again. We hope you enjoyed this time with us, as we are so glad to have shared this major challenge ORIYO gave us to do with you. We'll add more content on our Patreon page, so you can come and have a look. Please give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel if it's not done yet. See you next time. Bye bye.